Hello everyone! So like with every Monaco GP, questions are raised if the race should stay on the calendar or not. Because it's too narrow to overtake and TV direction is usually very weird. The highlight is usually the qualifying. Is it the same this Monaco Grand Prix? I'm Wimbo, please leave a like. Well, with F1 taking over the TV direction, we saw a clear improvement. We didn't get half an overtake to be interrupted by a replay, so that was all good. So the race weekend started with a lot of excitement about the upgrades and the side pods Mercedes brought. It made the free practice sessions very enjoyable. Then the quali. I'd say in the almost a decade of watching F1, this was definitely the best quali I've seen in Monaco. So Q1 was shocking because Checo binned it. It's so weird to be a title contender and then make a mistake like that in Q1 during the biggest qualifying session of the year. Red Bull has made the car more to Perez's liking, more balanced, and he's supposed to be brilliant on street tracks. I did not expect this to happen. Hamilton left it really late to make a fast lap in Q1 as well. I was on the edge of my seat, which you could have seen if you watched my live stream. And then Q3, oh my lord. With the track ramping up towards the end, times kept improving. I was punching the air for Alonso, but Verstappen's lap, with the two slower sectors, made me go mental. I couldn't believe he fixed it all in the last sector. It was brilliant, honestly. So, the start and pretty much the first 40 laps were pretty uneventful. As with more races this season, the difference in tyre choices made it interesting, especially with Alonso and Verstappen. With track position being so extremely important, Verstappen couldn't pit first, even if he was on the softer mediums. Then, with it becoming more and more clear that rain was coming, it was very important that he needed to set it out with the mediums. Luckily, his tyres got better at some point. Can someone please explain how that works again? That the tyres go bad and then improve again? Then the rain started coming down. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We were in for a treat. Chaos. We love it. Alonso going from hards to mediums to inters was interesting too. I love that gamble, even if it didn't work. Esteban Ocon had everything thrown at him too. A very good race for Esti Besti. He got a podium as he stated himself. So the last 25 laps were awesome. So much happening. George Russell begging the team to be allowed past Hamilton. Now imagine this situation, but replace them with the Red Bull duo. Perez asking in a race to be led by, to be ignored time and time again. Think about it. Nobody batted an eyelid now. So, a lovely race and a super podium. To see an Alpine on the podium bodes well. We will see other teams winning and we will get a surprise winner. Mark my words. Overall, I give the race an 8.5 out of 10. How would you rank it?
The Wimbo winner of the weekend.
The Wimbo winner of the weekend. The winner of the weekend are the fans. A great Saturday and a great later part of the race, an Aston Martin and an Alpine on the podium, no safety cars, no scandals, just awesome. Now obviously most of my community voted on Ocon. It was absolutely great for him to get that podium, and Verstappen having a perfect weekend too. The qualifying lap will be remembered for a long time.
The Wimbo bozo of the weekend.
The Wimbo bozo of the weekend. As much as I tried to find another bozo to be different than the obvious, I can't get around to making Perez the bozo of the Monaco Grand Prix weekend. From winning last season with some fortune to being the bozo. Sport is that way sometimes. I've had a feeling of karma, you know, but then I quickly wanted him to do well. Still, in the race, the number of contacts and just not improving, It was too much for a driver in contention of a title. I'm sorry for my Mexican subscribers. I love Checo, but this was just bad. End of the week, I have a special podcast with a celebrity. So that's why I did this one on my own. Subscribe.